It's probably really late where you are right now, and for some reason, you ended up here instead of asleep. I don't know what brought you to this, but I'm glad you're here. Stay a few minutes with me. I've been thinking about a certain kind of thought lately. You probably have a version of it too. Something like, I'm not good at this, or I always mess this up, or I'm just bad with people. It doesn't matter which one is yours. What matters is how long it's been showing up. Here's a small question I've started asking myself about mine. When did that thought actually get proven true? I don't mean the first time it crossed my mind. I mean an actual moment where it was proven. Those turn out to be two very different things once you go looking for them. There's a name for part of what's going on here. Psychologists call it the illusory truth effect. The basic idea is simple. When people hear the same statement enough times, they start believing it's true, even without any new evidence showing up. The statement just becomes familiar, and somewhere along the way, familiar starts feeling like fact. Our brains seem to run on something similar. They're constantly sorting through what feels familiar, what matches what we already believe, and what seems worth trusting. Familiarity slips into that sorting more than most of us realize. So picture a thought showing up for the first time. Maybe a presentation goes badly and a little voice says, "See, you're not good at this." A month later, something else goes sideways and the voice comes back. 6 months later, you're not even noticing it as a new thought anymore. It just feels like something you know about yourself. Here's the quiet part worth sitting with. That thought never really gathered better evidence along the way. It gathered history. History creates familiarity. Familiarity can feel a lot like recognition, and recognition gets mistaken for confirmation more often than we'd guess. That changes how a thought that's been around for years is worth looking at. Its age was never proof. Showing up quickly was never proof either. Even the handful of examples your mind hands you the second you ask, those aren't proof on their own because your mind already has a story built, and it's simply filing new moments under it. What tends to get left out is everything that never fit that story. The days it wasn't true, the moments nobody connected to it. Our minds have a habit of skipping past those, quietly busy confirming whatever they already expect to find. Something interesting happens if you ever catch the wording of one of these thoughts. I'm bad at relationships. I make terrible decisions. I'm awkward. Note a single moment. Once a thought grows from describing an event into describing an identity, every new thing that happens finds somewhere to land. One hard decision becomes proof of being bad at decisions in general. One awkward conversation becomes proof of being awkward. The thought starts quietly organizing evidence for whatever comes next. This might be why "just think positive" never really lands. Swapping "I'm terrible at this" for "I'm amazing at this" doesn't touch the deeper thing happening underneath. The real shift happens earlier, before either of those thoughts even get said. Instead of asking whether a thought is true, it can help to gently ask why it feels so familiar. Familiar and true turn out to live in completely different places, even when they dress the same. A thought can stay with you for years and still be missing pieces. It can show up automatically and still be missing pieces. It can sound exactly like your own voice and still not have the full picture. That small gap, the space between recognizing a thought and automatically believing it, is where something can start to shift. A thought you've heard 1,000 times is still just that, a thought you've heard before. If you've got one of those on repeat tonight, that's kind of the whole reason the HeadFast app exists. You type whatever's stuck in your head, and it hands you back one short, honest line that looks at your own thought from a slightly different angle. It only takes about 10 seconds, and it's a nice, gentle way to catch your breath at 2 in the morning. You can find HeadFast on the App Store. No pressure either way. Just something to have in your back pocket. Get some rest tonight.